America's Got Talent is known for showcasing a wide variety of performers, from singers and dancers to magicians and comedians. But over the years, the show has also featured extreme auditions that leave both the judges and the audience stunned. These moments often defy logic, push boundaries, and sometimes even shock the judges into silence. Let's look at some of the most extreme auditions on America's Got Talent that left the judges speechless. 1. The Human Statue, a mind-blowing performance. One of the most jaw-dropping auditions came from a performer who presented himself as a human statue. At first glance, the act seemed relatively simple, just a man dressed in bronze who stood perfectly still on stage. But then, things took a shocking turn. With a sudden and precise movement, the performer broke out of his statue pose and began an extraordinary routine. The precision and control over his body were unbelievable, leaving the judges, including Simon Cowell, in sheer amazement. What made this audition so extreme wasn't just the physical ability of the performer, but the way he completely transformed from being an inanimate object into a living, breathing person. The judges, visibly stunned, could hardly believe what they had just witnessed. It was one of those rare moments that made you wonder, how did he do that? 2. The Daredevil Stunts. While many performers on America's Got Talent focus on their artistic talent, there have been several extreme acts that have included death-defying stunts. One memorable audition came from a performer who had the judges gasping as he attempted a stunt involving fire, knives, and a tightrope. The act seemed almost too dangerous to be real, and at one point, it appeared as though the performer was inches away from disaster. But somehow, the performer executed the stunt flawlessly, and the judges were left speechless. The sheer bravery and skill involved in such a performance were undeniable. However, it also sparked a debate about the line between art and safety. While the stunt was impressive, it left everyone wondering if it was a little too extreme for a family-friendly show like America's Got Talent. 3. The Animal Whisperer. Another extreme audition that shocked the judges involved an individual who claimed to be an animal whisperer. When the contestant brought a large snake onto the stage, the judges were immediately on edge. But as the contestant handled the snake with ease and allowed it to coil around his body, the audience couldn't help but gasp. The real shock came when the performer began to communicate with the snake in ways that seemed almost mystical. The animal's behavior was calm and almost hypnotic, as though it was responding to the performer's commands. It was an unforgettable moment that left everyone questioning the boundaries of human-animal communication. While it was an extreme act, the precision with which the performer worked with the snake made it both mesmerizing and a bit unsettling. 4. The Mind-Bending Magic Trick. Magic is always a part of America's Got Talent, but some tricks are so extreme that they defy explanation. One particular magician blew the judges away with a trick that involved making a large object disappear in the blink of an eye. It wasn't just the trick itself that was shocking, but the way it was executed. The magician performed in a confined space, leaving no room for misdirection or elaborate setups. The judges watched in complete disbelief as the object vanished, and they could not for the life of them figure out how it was done. For a moment, the entire audience sat in stunned silence. Even after the magician revealed the method behind the trick, there was still an air of mystery that left the judges and viewers in awe. 5. The Extreme Physical Feats. Some auditions take extreme physical feats to new heights, and one that stands out involved a performer who demonstrated a combination of flexibility and strength that was almost otherworldly. This contestant twisted and contorted their body in ways that seemed humanly impossible, performing moves that made even the toughest judges cringe. What made this performance so extreme wasn't just the flexibility, but the incredible control the performer had over their body. It wasn't the kind of act you typically expect to see on America's Got Talent, but it certainly made an impression. The combination of physicality and artistry left the judges in awe, as they struggled to comprehend how someone could push their body to such extreme limits. 6. The Extreme Dance Crew. Another shocking audition came from an extreme dance crew that showcased a combination of breakdancing, acrobatics, and parkour. The choreography was incredibly complex, with dancers leaping, flipping, and spinning in midair. What made the performance even more extreme was the sheer intensity and stamina required to execute the moves. At one point, it seemed as though the dancers were defying gravity, making it almost impossible to believe what the audience was witnessing. The energy and skill required for this performance were off the charts, and the judges had no choice but to stand up and applaud. The extreme nature of the performance raised the stakes for other dancers, as it set a new standard for what was possible on the America's Got Talent stage. Conclusion: America's Got Talent is known for featuring acts that push the limits of entertainment, but these extreme auditions are the ones that truly leave a lasting impression. From death-defying stunts to mind-bending magic tricks, these performances defy expectations and make you question what is possible on stage. While some may find these extreme acts thrilling, others may argue that they cross the line between entertainment and danger. Regardless, there's no denying that these auditions brought some of the most unforgettable moments in the show's history. It's safe to say that America's Got Talent is never short on surprises.